Peace to the family. Had an incredible night. This parking lot ready to get out of here. Oh, is this person attempting to park? You parking here? My bad. I was waiting. I thought you was driving up. It's all good. Let's go, people. Rise and grind, people. Why is this? Why I'm not heading? Rise and grind, people. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this thing right here. Rise and grind. Let's talk about this thing right here. Woo. Rise and grind. What's up? We gonna do the math this morning? I'm about to say tonight. I don't be getting no rest, man. This women be keeping me up. Yeah, rise and grind. So yeah, I want to talk to y'all. Woo! And so the machine is on. The machine is on. Pardon me. I have a tendency I just get up and I start building. I know I need to get back into the conversation. Yeah, so we're gonna teach you how to level up. We're gonna teach you exactly how to level up. I'm telling you, I'm having the time of my life. You know, I'm having the time of my life. And I was having a intense conversation with, one of these sisters that I'm courting, right? Because the direction she's going in her career, I gave her the green light to do hold on. Yeah, let me put this on the red joint, because you see I'm on blue. Boom. Yeah, it's time to get it in. All right. So let me get ready to talk to y'all. Pardon me real quick. I'm gonna see if I can put this phone a certain way. Hold on, family. I'm seeing if I can get a dope visual. Alright, that works. That works. Yeah. Alright, so I want to talk to you about leveling up. And the reason I want to speak to you about leveling up, because we make too much excuses. Yesterday I had a good build, and that's not the system I'm talking about in particular, but I had a good build with Nina, and we was talking about saying buy black. And I agree with the ideology. I agree with buying black. I agree with that. As far as me having a product and saying buy it because I'm black, or y'all need to support me instead of support someone else, I think that's a weak marketing strategy. Now, aside from that, the conversation that I'm having with a different woman that I'm courting, that I've been courting some time now, she got her team of people who are basically full of it. They don't have a lot of experience in the industry, and that's okay. That can happen. You don't necessarily have a lot of experience in the industry. And sometimes people qualify industry experience by them being invited to shows, or they know a friend that knows somebody, or I qualify experience based on success and consistency. So I understand people in their own right believe that they're experience or have a history in the industry. And I understand that. I just have a higher criteria for how I may say I'm experienced or I've been working in the industry doing X amount of things. So I just look at people's marketing plan and rollout. Like, for instance, if Instagram is the type of social media that if you put a flyer on Instagram, you'll get the lowest amount of views you ever had in your life. In fact, anybody that ever used Instagram, when it comes time to put up a flyer, you'll get your lowest view count. That group of people on that social network particularly, they're not interested in no dang flyers. That's what I've learned. All right? You got to understand the culture of the social media that you work in. And then what you don't do is not be consistent on your media and then come out of nowhere and start selling something to people. It doesn't work like that. You have to be consistent in your media. It has to have an identity. And if the only identity is you're MIA, but then when it's time to sell something, you back around. That also doesn't rub people the right way. So you have to be as faithful to your following as you want your following to be faithful to you. It's like a TV show. You got to come out with some shows. You got to come out with content. You got to produce it. And if you're not too sure how to do that, then whatever you campaign in your rollout is going to be horrible. And you don't want to look desperate in an endeavor to get the views or the sales that you're looking to get. You don't want to compromise your moral integrity. So when we talk about how to level up, I went out my way to learn a class. I went out my way to go to several classes to learn about branding and marketing. Yeah, I dropped out of school, but just because I didn't go to school doesn't mean I don't pay for class. I pay for several classes because I'm not oblivious to the fact that people know more than me in various subjects. So what I do, I don't like the school construct where I'm forced to take the set classes that they tell me to take, and I could be taking the time out to learn other things. So what I do as a dropout, I pick and choose what classes I'm going to go to based on my specific interests and needs. So I still continue to go to classes. I just don't go to school. So one of the things that I'm constantly spending my money on is learning about marketing, branding, publicity. And I'm never afraid to be innovative, but I have to have a starting ground or starting point to which end I will employ these strategies. So one thing that I've learned one approach that I've learned, and I didn't really effectively start employing a lot of the methodologies that were taught to me yet. I'm moving around and no excuses. I just got to consecrate the time. I got to consecrate the time to really start getting it in. So one thing that I've learned just in general is to tweak the meanings of words, because words are our GPS reality. We be honest with the meaning of words. That's true. But in order for us to succeed, we can't be afraid to establish our own coinage for the purposes of empowerment. For instance, when I say the word save, it is synonymous with the word invest. When I say the word save, it's synonymous with the word invest. Pardon me, I'm running on E. You know, I've been up, running around, writing music, making music, doing videos, flying in and out of town. Shout out to Lux, he just flew out not too long ago. We had a lot of work going on. I put him down for this project, one of my artists. Shout out to Brother King Los. I also locked him in for one of my projects. Yeah. Shout out to the homie AX. I gave him the plug with Game. Game gave him his number. He makes beats and everything. I put a good word in for him, and he told me the magic happened. And Game is rocking out. Game got a new album coming out. I mean, from what I'm hearing, from what I've heard, just being in the studio while he was working, Game got some heat, bro. He got some real heat that he's dropping. I'm highly anticipating his upcoming album. He has some real product. He has real substance coming from the music. I know you see him saying and doing things in media, and people be saying, oh, Game just looking to sell albums. Well, why not? I mean, the albums are there for sale. But separate and different from that, don't get confused or distracted by what people say in media or popular media. The homie got some fire. And I think it's dope that after the run he has had in this community, that he's still spitting flames. He got real stuff to talk about, and his cadence and the way he communicates the ideas is just real dope. So salute to the homie Game for giving us some real music. He got some real stuff. He gonna talk to your soul on that one. I hope that people are responsive to it. I hope the rollout for that project is phenomenal, because we don't want to cheat people out of the opportunity to listen to that. So when I say the word save, I make the word save synonymous with investing for my empowerment. Because if I know I'm going to put money in the bank and do nothing with it for an extended period of time, then it stands to reason that if I can find something that's no risk for the most part, extremely low risk, then I may want to allocate those funds over there. Even if the no risk investment per se takes a very long time to turn over. Because when we say we're saving money, I believe the goal is to make sure we have money later on. Real later. And if that's the case, if I know I have no intention on spending the money, then I have to start making save synonymous with invest. And I do that for my own empowerment. So when I say save, I think invest. Because if I think save like I was taught, then I think put the money up until something comes up and then I spend it. And there's nothing wrong with putting that there, but then I need a new word for that. Because I want to empower myself with a new construct. Because words are GPS to reality. Having said that, when we think about branding, what's a brand? I learned something real powerful from this guy named Manny Fernandez. He's considered the first Hispanic investor shark. He's an angel investor. A very powerful guy, very powerful. I've learned quite a bit from him. You know, I've been going to a lot of his classes as well. He has a lot to offer. He has a lot of great strategies and approaches towards investing. He's been on over 100 different media teaching. CNBC, Wall Street Journal, Forbes magazine. He's been all over the place with it. But needless to say, if the credit that we find or the credibility that's loaned to him for the different media isn't enough, just by virtue of the fact that he's teaching truth, and when you look it up, it's like, wow, that's enough for me. Then everything else I can say, oh, that makes sense. But he said something that was very profound to me. He said that, I'm paraphrasing, basically, when we think of brands, we should be thinking of publicity. And how do we get other people to talk about us, particularly in the media world? And when we talk about brands, how do we reference the various media that has spoken about us? Or the fact that we'll be referencing the media that spoke about us is part of branding. Now, I expected him to say the conventional when it comes to branding, like, you know, it's your stories, your narrative, and it's all of that too, branding. But he gave something to us that I believe to be very powerful. He said it's publicity, branding, and I'm paraphrasing, so I don't want to take nothing he says out of context, but what I grasp from it, I'm like, whoa, it hit me. Branding, you can liken to how media identifies you. It's one thing to talk about yourself, it's another thing when other people talk about you. And so if we were to take that approach, we would be more effective in pushing our product. Buy Black is cool, talking that talk, you know. But I think it's a testament that you feel like you're already failing. You know, it's a testament that you probably ran out of outlets. Most people, some people, it's just another option. It's just another thing they're going to add on to their arsenal. I'm not a fan of it because I'm in a space where I want to sell products that don't alienate potential customers. So I guess I suppose it also is about what type of product you're putting out as well, and if that's even warranted. And a lot of times I believe our people say buy Black when it's not warranted. They just need to work on better branding, better marketing. The thing is poor marketing, and it suggests to people that you've quit on yourself to some extent and you're going for the easy way out. You're not willing to modify your approach. You're not willing to be innovative. You're not really willing to do a thorough market analysis. You're just kind of out there hoping that people spin with you out of guilt. And even guilt is alright. But that type of guilt to sell your product is because it's so many people using that strategy. Good old buy Black strategy. You know, so I'm saying this not because I'm mad that people have intention to buy Black. The consumers of our community should be taught buy Black. I don't mind that. The sellers probably shouldn't be suggesting that. We should teach that in our community, at our lectures, in our own forums. We should teach that. But the producer, I think, should take it easy on all of that. And just tell me about that product. So if we were to consider that branding plays an immediate role on what kind of publicity we get and how we identified in media in relation to our product or our company, I think that hits it right on the nail. How do people talk about you? How do people talk about you? Or how do people connect you with your product? Okay, I think that's important. I remember Jay-Z said, "I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman." That was dope. And so not only is it how media talks about you, and then it's also your ability to reference the same media that spoke about you, because that loans yourself credibility. That loans you credibility. And if you just look at it on that level, you wouldn't waste a lot of time and energy. Now your focus is properly being redirected. Because now your goal is, how do I get somebody to talk about my product? And after they talk about it, let me reference the fact that they did speak about it. So I sat there and I said, you know what? As good as I am, and I mean, I'm so legit in what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm so legit in what I'm doing that I've had millionaires and even a billionaire call for my attention so they can pick my brain about how was I able to get the following I got. Because I do a lot of unconventional things and I use a lot of different types of techniques and approaches. And there's people always out studying what we're doing to see how they can take it to the next level. So, I've been paid to share some of my perspectives and views on how to engage my audience, how to sell my product, and how I go about doing that. And I think that was the highest honor with some of the people that have paid me most recently to share my viewpoint. But even in the process, it's always an exchange of information because I want to learn. There has to be reciprocity. Having said that, it's a special thing. Having said that I was able to sit here and say, yo, I'm lacking in something. And this is why when I have these conversations with brothers and sisters, I'm like, yo, I'm taking the time out to further advance my agenda to the extent I'm willing to fund my journey as far as studying is concerned. Now, just because I paid to learn something doesn't mean I know more than everybody I'm talking to. It just means I'm making the effort because I've admitted to myself I don't know everything. All right? And so I thought about it and I said, man, why? Here's an example. I have on Instagram, I'm a proud father, I'm a philanthropist, author, and author is pretty good. Or I can put, I spoke on the Breakfast Club, Power 105, Flat TV, CNN, C-SPAN, Fox. That makes you go, whoa. Because people call themselves activists, people call themselves leaders, spokesmen, influencers. But what sets you apart from everybody else? All those people haven't been on C-SPAN, CNN, Fox 5, Power 105, Flat TV. These are major media outlets. I've been awarded by the mayor or in the city hall in Ohio for my philanthropy and for my accolades. So why not, instead of just talk about my accolades, and that's a personal conviction to an extent, I did this, I did that, I did this. Why not tell you I got the award, and then you go look up what I got the award for, and you find out I wrote all these different books, and I feed the homeless, and I've initiated a vegan program where rival gangs give out vegan food funded by my company and give it to lower income communities and also people that's homeless. So there's different ways to deal with it, so I can speak about the media outlets that had me, and I can speak about the media outlets that I was on. And that's more powerful than me just telling you I'm the future, I'm the greatest to ever do it. Come check me out, y'all. I read how people present themselves, and I go, wow, that's trash. And so that actually does something for you. Now, what if you haven't gotten a chance to be on media to get the publicity, major publicity? Then that's what your goal has to be. Your goal has to be, I got to get on. And wherever you get on, you start from there. And then you reference that media outlet that covered you as a story, that found you interesting. And that has to be the goal. Get the publicity. That has to be the goal. You might want to hire a publicist. Okay? That has to be the goal. Some others of you may need to hire a publicist and an agent. Others of you may need a publicist, manager, and an agent. But you gotta get involved. You gotta get to the media aspect of it. And I love that. When he said that, I said, yo, I gotta restructure some of what I'm talking about. I gotta restructure some of the way I'm communicating to the world. Because certain people see that presentation and they'll be highly responsive to it. Because then, let me look into this further. Why did C-SPAN, CNN, Fox 5, Flat TV, Power 105? I'm missing some other stuff. Referencing. Why did they interview him in the first place? What did they interview him about? And why we didn't interview him yet, if that's the case. Okay, and I've been on Fox several times. Right? And so, and that's just not it. Those are the ones that come to me quick. And then the awards I got in the Bahamas, getting keys to the city. These are things that I got that I'm like, man, why is this not posted anywhere in my media? So even someone like me, who people are paying to get insight on how I do what I do, because I didn't go to school, I missed some of the conventional approaches and aspects to marketing. I'm like so innovative because I wasn't taught within the frameworks of the box that they call the curriculum. I was breaking rules and everything, that things you're not supposed to do that people may need to consider doing. And that's the beauty about people like myself. I'm autodidactic. And that's good. But we should leave no stone unturned. So having said that, I'm like, yo, let me see what I've been missing on. Because verily, I don't know everything. But of course, I'm going to grind to find out as much as I can possible. To the extent, when you compare and contrast what I know to others, you might say, man, you may not know everything, but damn, I only know damn near everything. Because that's a level that I'm a study on. And that's another thing. If you're serious about your product, don't even sell that thing until you start studying marketing, promotion, branding. Billions of dollars is pumped into marketing, promotion. Study psychology, study sociology, study these things, because it is these things, those are the things that get you more in tune with your audience. You may say, man, I don't feel like studying all that. Then hire somebody who did and talk to them and have a conversation with them, because it's all psychology. You think it's a coincidence that the fast food restaurants all predominantly use red and yellow schemes in their media, or red and yellow schemes in their awnings or their signs? No, red and yellow when combined stimulates interest in terms of hunger. It makes you believe that you're hungry. It gives you an appetite just looking at red and yellow combined. When the brain sees red and yellow together, it stimulates interest in the form of hunger. So down to your mustard and your ketchup packets, red and yellow. Down to your Wendy's and your McDonald's and your, what's that, Loco Polo, the crazy chicken franchise. All of them, they're using red and yellow. And even though they all know, man, there's hundreds and thousands of companies using red and yellow, that's one time they don't care to be too unique. Because they like, man, we know what the goal is. So you see fast food restaurants, the number one and number two colors they're going to use are red and yellow to sell their product, because they talking to the subconscious mind of the consumer. Is it underhanded? I think marketing is kind of underhanded, if that's going to be the case. It's a thin line between the two, because I mean, when you think about it, the consumers prey. The consumer's sitting here thinking they making a decision to buy what they want to buy, and you over here finding out how to tap into all sorts of levels and layers of their consciousness so they can think that they're making this decision all by themselves, all the while you're holding their hand, assisting them in the process. So marketing is very tricky, man. The better you get at marketing, it's almost like you got to become deceptive. Then your morals get involved, and then it's like, I don't even want to be a business owner. Because if I take it to the next level as far as marketing, I have to kind of make decisions for people. And in the process, have them think they're making it for themselves. You know, that's the highest level of marketing. Marketing is a form of manipulation. Nobody wants to really talk about it. That's the elephant in the room. But as you keep studying and going hard, you're like, dang, what the hell? So, I mean, those type of tactics with the color scheme and having people think they're hungry, I'm like, damn. When I learned that, I was like, this is wild. You know, I just thought that was wild, man. And there's just so many different levels of those type of strategies being used to get unsuspecting consumers to purchase and do the bidding of the producer. So yeah, I'm not deep into all of that wild stuff, but I like to know what's going on so I can free my mind from being manipulated. And we've all been manipulated. Don't think for 1 second. Everything from the commercials being 30 to 45 second intervals, being louder than the show that you was watching, being more colorful than the show you was watching. Listen, it's not a game. They got this thing to a science. And every year they find out more about us, and every year we're guinea pigs. Every year they work on more strategies to keep us enslaved. All facts. All facts. All facts. Yeah. got rid of that morning chill. There goes the roof. We back at it. The summer's out, the winter's too. Top down. In the winter, that's what winters do. Shoot, I had to come up here in the shade. The summer's out, the winter too. Hold on, family. Top off, you know how we do. I just entered the building by exiting it. That's when you know you're on top. When your exit's an entry. Yeah, we showing off. You know, people say, I want that old POLIGHT. And I'd be like, man, cut it out. I ain't come this far to not change. Word up. I ain't come this far away to not change, people. Nope. This is what I do. You know, the dope thing about me having my artist is that I ain't gotta pay for no cost for the music video because I got him. Swan doors, y'all already know. Swan doors. Yeah, so I mean, if you're interested in getting mentorship or consultations, just email brotherpolight45@gmail.com. I know I've been going for a while because I've just been making it happen. I got a whole lot of new things taking place that's dope. Yeah, I'm gonna take one of these right here. No, let me get two of them. Yeah. Thanks. He said they loving the metamorphosis. What's that right there? Salsa. Okay. Let's go. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I gotta get ready to take my net out to eat. Gotta get that coconut, y'all. Actually, I need another one. Alright. Can you pass me a coconut?
Which one?
Right there, that's good. Yeah, that's good. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, we kicking off the entrepreneur course inside of 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, we back on point with the courses. I'm doing good. You don't have to tape those up.
You like a bag?
Yeah, I take a bag though.
You want double or single?
I take a double. Yeah. That morning grind. Yeah. I've been riding for the city. Grammy week was a rough week, man. I put a lot of work in. It was rough, but it was fun. All right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Grammy week was incredibly rough. We had to do some real work. Hold on, fam. Hours. It's just too top down women's dress women's too. Okay, people.
How are you?
Yeah, gotta get that cayenne pepper. Gotta get that cayenne pepper. Gotta do that. Hey. 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 Uh-huh. Yeah, that look like it. That's what we on. Okay. We fly enough. Okay. All right. Swan doors, baby. Spaceship time. Spaceship time. Transformers, robots in disguise. Living the life. Living the life. Hotep. Now I'm about to get in with this coconut water and this breakfast sandwich. Plant-based, of course, all plant-based. Got one for one of my other wives. I'm about to take Aminette out for breakfast, but I had to get this sandwich for my Ed. And I also had to drive this crazy woman to the airport. Man, y'all say y'all want to be polygynous, man. You got to be on point, man. Everybody got to get that love. And then to still be able to do my work. It's real talk. Hold on. Hold on. Is it a little foggy? Man. That'll do. Yeah, fam. Yep. Let's put you in park, Mr. Machine. Hey, I love y'all. But asking for that old polite. He's still here. Just 2.0. Yeah. Yeah. Get that kale, tempeh, tomato, jackfruit, burdock. Man, you eat the herb like it's flesh, like meat. So off the chain. Of course, the bread is gluten-free. Everything got all those abs. Gluten attacks the abdomen. This is what gives you a beer belly. Right. Yeah. Definitely was getting it in with loaded, right? Oh, the place is called Erewhon Supermarket. I think it's EREWON or EREWHON, something like that. They serious. They way more official than Whole Foods. I tell you that. Way more official than Whole Foods. There we go. Erewhon. Hey, if you're hungry, my apologies for doing this in front of you. If I could get it in, I get in when I fit in. My wives be yelling at me for not eating enough. I be in go mode and my day just be running out. Y'all know I normally do these streams consistently. When I'm cooking, I'm cooking. It's just, dang. All that studio work ain't really supposed to be recording and releasing data, you know? Yeah, Nina got some stuff. Nina got some real heat. Watch what happens. Okay. Ralph Leverston. Polite, after all the study and knowledge you have gained, how long did it take you to figure out what avenues to take until you said, I got it? I said I got it when I started to get it. How's that for an answer? I said I got it when I started to get it. That'd be the most abbreviated and helpful answer to me. I said I got it when I started to get it. You know, some people say I got it when the information starts making sense. For me, I ain't got it till the information starts making sense. That's a fact. When I start being able to make applicable the knowledge that I've learned, or when I start making applicable the knowledge that I learned, then I say that's part of the process. When I see the end result coming to fruition, the cars and the houses, the ability to travel the world and all that, when I start seeing that come to fruition, then I'm like, all right, I got it. I got the knowledge and I got the manifestation. So I hope that answers your question, my brother. That's right. I ain't come this far to not change. It's weird. Supposed to change. You know? While people pray and prey on other people's demise. There's two of us praying. I'm praying in regards to my abundance. People praying in regards to people's failure. We'll see who gets there quicker. Facts. We'll see who gets there quicker. But yeah, it's about that time. Gotta get ready. Love you too, G. It's all love. How do I feel about Trump? I ain't interested in that, my brother. He's Trump. I mean, it is what it is. Eric Banks, that's what's up. You must have asked about the diabetes yesterday. I see that. You said you got the chromium. That's what's up. Glad when people listen. What kind of nonsense is this? If you want to eat, man, go and eat. No one is that idle to watch you eat. Apparently they are. And I'll tell you this. In the interim of me eating, I'm talking about what exactly I'm eating. Why it's good for me. And this is just my time to build with the family. And they giving me the right to take a little sandwich now rather than me just cutting off the stream and that's it for the rest of the day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get back on the stream today. So I appreciate the family just letting me live and do that. But you, on the other hand, if you so pissed off, then why you just didn't tune out? Come on, Moses KOI. The other people wanted to know what kind of sandwich is it? Because people on the path. How do we get rid of these haters? Oh no, we need them. They part of the natural order of things. We need them. They don't have me flustered no more. I just look at it for what it is. They just people that's part of the program. They're part of the program. That's what they are. But okay, I'm gonna holler at you guys because it's time to take my lovely wife Amanette out. I promised her breakfast this morning. She asked me, can we go out somewhere? Can we do something? I'm like, baby, I want to tell her I'm exhausted. But then I can't tell her no because I love her so much. And I love spending time with her, so she got me on the morning shift. So, yeah. She got me on that morning shift. So it's time to get out of here. Yeah, that engine changed. Woo. Oh, that engine just said, man. Look how that engine, the simulated sound the engine goes. That's when we turn red. Go back to blue. Alright, people program. That hate and stuff is for the program. This existence is a simulation. So see this thing as like we're Sims and this is all a video game. And some of the Sims, their program is just to hate, to conspire, to scheme, to make life interesting. And they are the adversity you have to overcome. They're not real. It's all illusory. It's not even personal. Their program is just to get in your way. And you're supposed to hop over it. Hold on, it's my wife. Okay. Like clockwork. like clockwork. That's how many I gotta get out of here. I'll see y'all on Instagram. I'll ask her to hold the camera for me. I'll see y'all on Instagram. I gotta get right at her breakfast too. Peace. Bring one person breakfast if I'm taking another person out to physical breakfast. Yeah. That'd lead. Yeah. They ain't see me last night, so I had to come over here and make sure everybody good money. That's a fact. Peace. Check me out on IG and probably in 5 minutes. Go to brother_POLIGHT on Instagram. And we're gonna talk to they soul. Peace.